Since the announcement of Pichu, people have been incredibly excited about that character. First off, everyone just likes Pichu in Melee for some reason, even though he's kind of not the best character. He's a joke character. He's literally the only joke character in all of Melee because he literally is just almost worse than Pikachu in every single way, like objectively, other than a few specific things. But in this game, people have a lot of hope for him, and honestly, I am one of them. Like, in today's day and age of Smash, Pichu's tools that he had in Melee are honestly not as bad as they were in that game, and so he's actually going to have a lot better of a chance, as well as a few little different things just from other types of mechanics. And granted, I want to get this out of the way, I do not think Pichu is going to be an incredible character. I do not think he's going to be top tier. He probably will not be high tier, but I'm putting him at like middle, like this, just the middle road of this game. Easy mid tier or like lower mid tier probably, just because he does have a lack of range, but I'll get into that. So first off, I want to talk about why I think Pichu's damaging himself will actually not be as bad as it was in Melee. In Melee, a lot of the times when characters have kill confirms, they kind of just work forever, or just generally people will be very strong and be able to edge guard you due to the fact that you'll have to go higher, you have a lot of lag on your agility, and then you will get hit and punished and die. There were multiple characters that had chain grabs. Pretty much every single good character outranged him, and he pretty much didn't have anything available to him, so the fact that he would damage himself just made him get closer and closer and closer to death percent as it went along. However, in a game like Smash 4 or Ultimate, I feel like kill confirms are going to be the name of the game. You know, you think of Smash 4, you think of Ding Dong, you think of Hoo Ha, you think of Bowser up throw up air, Pikachu up throw thunder, all those things like that where it's, you know, checkmate, that you just have something into kill move, typically a throw into a kill move because it beats shield, which is obviously a very good option, but you have something like a throw into a kill move, but it only works for a specific percent range. You know, I definitely have memorized a lot of, let's say, like the Ding Dong kill percents, as well as the Bowser up throw up air kill percents. You know, I obviously have my up throw thunder chart fairly down, or I'll just look at it before a set. However, against Pichu, he's going to be able to manipulate his percent to get out of them, and they're not going to be able to do it. You know, if he's at the death percent range for specific moves, he just can throw thunder jolts over and over again, camp with that, his agility, which I'm assuming in this game will do damage again like it did in Melee, and then get out of that kill percent, which I feel like is a huge thing, because yes, he's going to be a light character and probably die anyway, but instead of dying at 70, if he's dying at 100, which is like another neutral interaction or two, because he hit himself out of that window, that is going to be absolutely huge, especially considering we don't know the combo potential of this character yet, since we have very, very, very little footage. The next thing I want to talk about is if he has some things from Melee, I feel like they will be very, very good in this game. In Melee, Pichu has one of the best tech chasing down throws in the entire game. And yeah, that sounds weird, I know, but you can actually reaction tech chase with Pichu. Down throw, they have to tech, you run because Pichu's really, really fast, and then you can grab them again. Obviously in Smash 4 and Smash Bros. Ultimate, you cannot grab someone for about a second after you throw them and they're flashing yellow when they aren't able to be grabbed, but I feel like that will increase the combo potential for Pichu. You're going to be able to go down throw raw up air into nair, or down throw raw up air, or like down air into something. You'll be able to tech chase people decently well, because I'm assuming Pikachu will still be fast, especially with the general movement buff of every single character. Like, every character is pretty fast, so I feel like tech chasing will be a bit easier, and you still have like some form of dash dancing. You're able to manipulate your movement, so it's not like, oh, I dashed forward, they rolled behind me, well, I definitely can't get to them. So that's going to be, you know, it's going to be possible for him to still tech chase, which I feel like is very, very good for him, seeing as, you know, his range, like he's going to have to make his hits count because of the lack of range that he has. But kind of in order to combat that, people are still going to have to approach Pichu and, you know, play at least the very mid-range game against him. Otherwise, he's just going to be able to, you know, shoot thunder jolts, or I don't know what his version is called, but I'm just going to call him thunder jolts just for the ease of it. So he's going to be able to shoot thunder jolts and then run in similar to what Pikachu will do in this game, and then get their approaching opportunity. So they are going to have to stay close enough to him that that doesn't happen, and I feel like the perfect shielding mechanic is actually going to help Pichu a lot, because if someone's going to swat at him in the mid-range, he can just kind of parry it or perfect shield it, and then run in and hit them, get his opening in, and then get his damage, which I feel like will honestly be very, very useful for him more than other characters, just because I feel like if you have a lot of range, you know, perfect shielding is like, oh, I avoided an attack and I got a punish, but typically you're going to get a punish anywhere, whereas Pichu, with the lack of range, might not necessarily get that punish. So I feel like perfect shielding for Pichu is going to be incredibly, incredibly important. He's going to be able to get his punishes in, and obviously, yes, that can work against him, but for the most part, because of his low range, if you hit someone's shield as Pichu, even if they don't perfect shield, assuming he doesn't have an incredibly safe shield, or incredibly safe aerial on shield, he is going to get punished regardless. So, you know, being able to perfect shield him isn't going to be that influential, but him being able to perfect shield, you know, the mid-range opponents or even like the close range opponents that have more range, such as like Luigi, I feel like that is going to be very, very, very key in order for him to win. And this section is going to be a bit more where the speculation comes in, because we have to talk about why Pichu is not an Echo Fighter of Pikachu. Obviously, he does have the damaging himself, which I already talked about, which I feel like is big enough that they probably won't make him an Echo Fighter. However, I'm really curious as to what some of his aerials are and some of what the properties do. Like, if Pichu has Pikachu's spiking down air, that is going to be huge for him because his recovery is absolutely fantastic, and he will be able to go off stage similar to what Pikachu does in Smash 4 and just harass people and then hit them and then potentially spike them at really early percents, which is going to increase the kill differential for him drastically into his favor, considering he's a very light character anyway. He's going to be dying pretty early, but if he's able to kill his opponents at 25 or 30 or 35, that is going to be huge for him, so he's not just constantly losing in percent that you're going to have to be scared of him at lower percents. The theory that I have for his neutral air is that it is Pikachu and Pichu's old neutral air, where it's kind of the frame 3 like super quick get off me move, as opposed to the Pikachu Mewtwo Nair. I don't think we've seen Pichu's Nair in any of the videos, and obviously I'm going to check after this just to make sure, but I watched them before I recorded this and I'm pretty sure that neutral air has not been seen, so obviously he can have that, so we might actually, like, I might actually use him if I want a character, if he has spiking down, or obviously if he has a character that just wants to get in, then I just want to add a shield Nair them and keep them at bay. I feel like Pichu might be better for that, and Pichu, as far as I'm aware in Melee, is faster, so he's going to be able to be a better runaway character, although obviously he will be hitting himself and he is lighter than Pikachu, so it may not exactly work, but I'm still looking forward to playing him regardless. And in the videos, we did see Pichu get a spiking thunder, so I'm pretty sure up throw thunder is still going to be a thing with him as well, so Pichu's actually going to have a kill confirm, which is amazing for me, because again, if you have those kill confirms, as I mentioned, you know, Pichu being able to get out of them is very important. Having one is obviously very important because, oh, you know, when you're able to kill someone, you're able to just fish for that grab, get it, you know, if landing fair maybe has more hits done similar to like a Pikachu fair in Smash 4, you're going to be able to landing fair grab up throw thunder people at 100, 110 something, so that you can work towards that goal of getting to that percent so you can get that kill. And that's kind of the way, you know, at least I think about it. It's like, okay, at low percents, you're gonna want your best combo to get them to 40 or 50, because that obviously is just good and it's the maximum amount of damage you can get, because it's typically easier to combo at low percents and 0 than at mid percents. Then at mid percents, you play the nickel and dime type of game, maybe try go for an edge guard, a hard read to end a stock early, and if it doesn't work, that's okay because now they're at 60 or 70. Then you kind of just chip away at them until you get to your kill confirm percent, which then you use and you kill them, and that's the stock, and then do it all again. And you know, you can obviously be taking stock of their you know, defensive habits and offensive habits, so you can change your reads in your combos if you're going to go for a reset, if you're going to go for any type of conditioning type of thing for the hard read that I mentioned earlier. You know, that's kind of how you play the game. So if Pichu has that kill confirm and has good early percent combos, which I honestly believe he is going to due to his combo ability in Melee, and then also Pikachu's combo ability in Smash 4, and I feel like it's going to be somewhere in the middle of that. Like, up air is really good at that type of thing. You know, if his forward air has more hits on, or has like the good last hit similar to Pikachu's, you know, he can have a bunch of things that are just so much damage, and then he will get you to like mid percents, nickel and dime you, maybe get an edge guard because he still can go out there and edge guard because his recovery is amazing, and then get that kill confirmed because he has the spiking thunder. And even the spiking thunder itself is going to make his edge guarding, you know, at least very similar to Smash 4 Pikachu, where you're going to be able to cover like high and then low and then high again, you know, if they happen to jump around your edge guard attempt. So honestly, I'm looking forward to edge guarding with him. It is going to be very, very fun. And honestly, I didn't talk about one move that I feel like is going to be very, very key in what it is. I feel like a very important move we have not seen in any of the footage of Pichu is his back air. Because listen, I know in Melee, that's when they gave both Pikachu and Pichu like the frisbee, the kind of the flying squirrel is what people call it, of a back air, where it's a single hit and it kind of stretches you out, and then you can you know, hit opponents slightly farther away horizontally and also pancake when you hit the ground, so you can't get punished as hard. But I don't know why I feel hopeful for this, but I feel like they put so much effort into Pikachu's back air that they might actually give Pikachu's 64 back air with like the horse kick backwards, which honestly would be absolutely fantastic for him. Having Pichu have a kill aerial, as well as his general speed, as well as his general damage output, as well as being able to get out of kill percents, as well as being able to edge guard, especially if he has Pikachu's new spiking down air, I feel like that would be an excellent addition to his kit, and it would make him so much more threatening in the air. You know, obviously he wouldn't have a lot of range because Pichu's like this big, and the entire, you know, his model is this big, and Pikachu's is like this big. So so it would be really hard to still hit that move, but at the same time, having a kill aerial, having an air dodge read, you know, if they try to air dodge in, and then you can like fast fall, run, jump, back air, then back off stage with a really strong aerial, that would be really, really good for Pikachu to maintain stage control. You know, you could approach with raw back air cross-ups into like grab or something like that, so it would be more difficult for people to punish you, so you can get in, so you can stay in, so you can get your damage. I feel like honestly that would be absolutely huge, because I feel like it would have honestly less lag or be able to auto cancel pretty early as opposed to the flying squirrel type of back air like Pikachu has, although Pikachu now can auto cancel his back air really early for some, I don't know why they did that for some reason, but honestly Pichu, because we haven't seen a lot, it is so, you know, I'm so excited for all the possibilities. And even if the things that I said, even if he doesn't have spiking down air, even if he doesn't have the Pikachu horse kick back air, like he still has a decent amount of tools and he's still fast and he will be able to combo, you know, just because of his speed and because of his up air. And even though up air doesn't do that much damage, getting 2 or 3 up airs into a nair is still going to be 15 or 17%, which is nothing to laugh at, especially as a fast, you know, type of squirrely character, although technically he's a mouse, but you know, whatever, I get to say squirrely because that's just an adjective. I think he's going to be a solid mid-tier and I'm very, very excited for him. Let me know in the comments down below what characters you want me to talk about still, because I know I just constantly get requests, but I'm trying to filter through the YouTube specifically so that y'all can tell me what you want to see so I can do that for you. I would really appreciate it. As always, social media, Panda, and partner stuff is down below, and I will see you all next time. Bye.